quick graph y equals 3/2 times the square root of x by hand 2 different ways. This is part of the family of functions series. You will need graph paper or download this PDF and print it. Press pause as needed anytime. The first way is with what we call the radical dance. Normally we start at the origin, and here we will also, because 3/2 times the square root of 0 is 0. From this point we do the radical dance, but it's modified by this factor of 3/2. So normally we would go right one up one, but in this case we go right one up 3/2 because of that factor of 3/2. Normally we'd go right 4 up 2, but here we'll go right 4 and up 3, and right 9 up 9/2. Connect the points, and we get that square root looking graph. Comparing that to the parent function, you can see that it is taller and it goes up faster because of the 3/2. And notice that the blue y value is, the green is 3/2 times that blue y value. Similarly here, for all points actually. Second way is using a table. So this is the 4 numbers we usually use for the square root to start with. And we're going to have to multiply each of those y values by 3/2 because of that coefficient there. The origin remains unchanged, but 1 times 3/2 is 3/2, so it's going to be 1, 1 1/2. 2 times 3/2 is 3, 4, 3. And 3 times 3/2 is 9/2 or 4 1/2, 9, 4 1/2. Connecting the points, we get y equals 3/2 square root of x, and comparing that to the square root function, the parent function. Now you try one. Graph y equals 3 times the square root of x using either method or both for the practice. Press pause to do this and then resume when you're finished to check your answer. And here's our answer. Y equals 3 times the square root of x. Notice it goes up pretty quickly.